Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's your favorite history teacher back at you again with another historical video. Today, we're continuing on this nationalism ride, and we're still in our little country of newly born Germany, thanks to Otto von Bismarck for creating it and having them come together. I'm not going to sing. That was bad. Anyways, let's keep it going. Okay. So this is today's lecture. We're going to cover Germany again, and Germany strengthens. So, you know, we're making ties. We're setting the groundwork for, you know, the inevitable of, you know, Hitler. So let's get into it. Germany strengthens, chapter 7, section 2. All right, that was your warm up. So objectives. You'll be able to trace Germany's rise to European dominance, learn about Bismarck's foreign policy goals, and discuss the beginnings of Kaiser Wilhelm II, or William, as your book describes it. Okay, here we have kind of around this time, 1871, 1872. This is Germany at the time. Okay, so they're growing. All right. I would show you this video. It's another one of those. Mr. Ovalle goes on a little rant, a little tangent. Symbolism. So if you've ever seen the movie Boondock Saints, the character who plays the Green Goblin in the horrible Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's, he's one of the detectives. And they're at a crime scene, and he just says the word symbolism like that. So I thought, hey, I remember that. So I thought, hey, why not show it in class? It has nothing to do with it, but hey, symbolism. So it's symbolically clear. French domination over Europe had ended. Germany was now the dominant power in Europe. So there's a new sheriff in town. Germany, like Britain, possessed several factors that made industrialization possiblemente. Spectacular growth due to large iron and coal resources, which are the two basic ingredients for industrial development. The workforce was disciplined and educated, and that also helped the economy. The German middle class and educated professionals helped create a productive and efficient society that prided itself on a sense of responsibility and deference to authority. Again, deferring to people above you, respect, all that kind of jazz. So, and there was a growing population boom. In 1871, at its inception of a country, Germany was at 41 million people. By 1914, 67 million people. And there was a large supply of industrial workers ready to ready to come in to those industrial jobs. So scientific and economic development. German industrialists were the first to see the value of applied science in developing new products, such as synthetic chemicals and dyes. This supported research and development in the universities, and they will cause businesses to hire trained scientists to solve technological problems in their factories. So, trying to explain, you know, if there are issues with the technology that they're using, use the scientific method, people. And after the year 1871, Germany issued only one currency, finally, And they reorganized its banking system and coordinated RRs, there's that word again, RRs, railroads, built by various Germanic states. When the worldwide depression hit in the 1880s, Germany raised tariffs to protect home industries from foreign competition. So, it's all that, buy German, don't buy American, don't buy British goods, that on the whole are the same as German goods. The German goods are the ones you want to buy, so they would raise the prices of foreign goods being flooded into the markets, raise the prices on American goods, so they keep, the competition alive, and people will buy, just how you see like buy from locally owned restaurants, right? Nowadays, this is like that: buy local, buy German. They also look to maintain their economic strength as well as military power, because hey, you have Mr. Blood and Iron, Otto von Bismarck, still in charge as Chancellor. Anyone seen Breaking Bad? I don't put the full meme, but yeah, science. All right, so the Iron Chancellor's goals. So this is a test question. Also, by the way, when I say test, it won't be a unit test because, like I said, this unit is nationalism and imperialism. So you're going to have a test on nationalism, chapter 7, and we're going to write an essay, DBQ, on chapter 9, imperialism. So nationalism, chapter 7, we will have a test. It'll be a short one. So Iron Chancellor's goals. He pursued many foreign policy goals. He wanted to keep France weak and isolated because Napoleon. Wanted to have strong ties between Austria and Russia. And also, they're the Hohenzollern family is kind of related to the Romanovs in Russia. And they were going to respect Britain's naval power and didn't seek to step on their territory. That's why you don't really see German colonies out here in the Western Hemisphere. But they would take a more aggressive stand against Britain as the two nations competed for overseas colonies. And you guessed it, Africa. So there's our boy, Otto von Bismarck, looking walrusy as always. Ruthless. So he applied the same ruthless methods. Oh my gosh. Spoiler alert. He applied the same ruthless methods he had used to achieve unification on the home front, and he was nicknamed the Iron Chancellor. Blood and iron, iron and blood. So he sought to erase local loyalties and crush all opposition to the imperial state. However, there are going to be two main opponents: the Catholic Church, oh boy, and socialists. Ruthless. All right, so Bismarck versus the Catholic Church. So Catholics actually made up a third of the German population following unification. Bismarck, being a Lutheran, distrusted the clergy, who he believed their loyalties lied with the Pope and not to Germany first. In response to this Catholic threat, he will launch something called a Kulturkampf, and that stands for Battle for Civilization. Kultur, kind of like culture, Kampf, struggle. If you know Mein Kampf from Hitler, Kampf kind of means struggle, so you could say struggle, battle. So struggle for civilization. And it lasted for several years. And the goal was to make Catholics put loyalty to the state above allegiance to the church. However, as we will see, but we've already heard that, when the Austrians, or was it the Austrians? When they unseated the Pope in Rome, that was a big No, because the French came in and restored the Pope. So you don't mess with the Pope, people. You just don't. All right. And so moves against the Catholics are going to backfire. So there was support rallied at the call for the church, and you have this new party, this new political party called the Church Center Party, took control of the seats in the Reichstag. And as a realist, Bismarck noticed his hiccup and made peace with the church following his blunder. He knew he made a mistake because now the people were against him and not, with him. So Bismarck versus Socialists, and you saw another threat, the growing attraction of socialism. Thank you, Karl Marx. And by the 1870s, German Marxists organized the Social Democratic Party, and they called for parliamentary democracy and laws to improve conditions for the working class. That's what they do. But Bismarck believed the socialists would undermine the loyalty of the workers and turn them towards the worldwide revolution of class warfare from the proletariat against the bourgeoisie. Again, it will backfire, and workers continue to be organized for the socialist cause. All right, so some whining and some dining. So Bismarck set out to woo workers away from socialism by putting forth laws to protect workers. So, you can't, you're kind of stealing, the Social Democratic Party's core beliefs right out from underneath them when you say, oh, well, I'm going to give workers health and accident insurance as well as old age insurance, aka retirement insurance. So everything that the Social Democratic Party is working towards, and they want to readjust and reform the type of government that is in their country. He sees that and says, that's what you want? Okay, I'll do it and claim it for myself. So there isn't that unrest. So under Bismarck, Germany now became a pioneer in social reform. However, workers will still not abandon this idea of socialism completely because, socialism good. All right, Kaiser William II. So William succeeded his grandpappy as the new Kaiser. Eager to leave his own mark on Europe, he is going to ask Bismarck to resign in 1890. And he kind of held the view of divine right and absolutism, and believing his right to rule came from God. So William will resist these efforts to introduce economic reform, but at the same time, his government still provided programs for social welfare, kind of contradicting himself. The government also provided cheap services like transportation and electricity, and like his granddaddy, excuse me, he spent funds on the military because military good. And everyone wants a type of mustache like that. Ooh, all right. So that was a little quick one. Kind of gets you out and done, in and out. So now we have kind of looked at two sections of how Germany was able to unify themselves. And now, as you saw, spoiler alert, we're going to move on to Italy. But yeah, so your homework is page 235, 3 through 5. God, I love those 3 through 5 questions. Anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash that like button. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands. Peace.